Hey everybody. So today I want to touch base on again something I heard on YouTube in reference to how people use their cameras. And the X Pro 3, like this one I do hold up to my eye a lot because of the screen. I do use the flip down as well. But the comments that people are amateurs when they shoot like this versus like this are probably the funniest things I've ever heard in my life. I mean, people are passionate about this, not using the back of your screen to take photos because this looks like an amateur. And I grew up before most of you. Some of you I know are as old as I am, and we use Hasselblads, and believe it or not, I used twin lens reflex cameras when I first started out, and we were like this all the time. We're looking down into an open screen. We did have critical focus where we popped up and we can get our eye against there, to make sure our focus was good. But most of the time it was down here at waist level, looking down into it. And everybody that had 35 millimeter cameras that were up like this, we used to laugh at because we thought they were amateurs. So we did it back in the day too. But composing on a Hasselblad or a twin lens, the Rolleiflex or any of those, it was the way things were done professionally, because they were professional cameras, and it didn't make a difference. When I got my first 35 millimeter, which was the Pentax K1000, obviously I had to hold it up to my eye because that's the only way you can see through the lens. But it doesn't matter how you look at your image before you take your photo, like whether you're holding it up to your eye or down to waist level or out like this, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make you less professional to do either one. And you purists that think you know it all, you've got to go back in time a little bit. There's these rules, and somebody made a comment off of one of the photos and said, the rules. There's no rules in photography. The only rules that are created are by those who claim to know everything. Some of the rules are you can't use this lens for street photography, otherwise you're not a real street photographer. I'm not going to give you names or anything like that, or anything, but the hilarious part to me was one of the most infamous and probably one of the best street photographers ever were using that lens that they said you can't use, or otherwise you're not a street photographer. It just cracks me up. There are no rules in photography. If you want to hold it out like this and take a picture, if you're down like this taking a picture, and here's the thing, like they'll actually bitch about using the back of the screen because it's not professional. But then when they review a camera, they'll bitch that it doesn't have an articulating or flip out screen that they can use to shoot. It just kills me. Anyway, so no matter what camera you use, even the Leica, yeah, okay, so I'm gonna throw another topic in here too. So one of the gentlemen that I watch, and I think he's actually entertaining and has some really good input. He started using a Leica, I think it was the M11 he switched to, and he's still using Fuji. No offense or buts, but some of the comments that I was reading after he explained his switch over to the M11. Now, again, he's still using the large format Fuji, but he's switching over to the M11 from the X Pro 3. And the comments that were left in his feed were, well, I guess I'm unsubscribing, and I'm like, because he's not using the camera that you use or that you watched him for, you're not going to watch his channel anymore? Which doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever, because he had great content that wasn't brand oriented. Yes, he did brand oriented posts about lenses and so forth, But the real treat in this, even when he was doing a brand-oriented lens or camera review, was the back end of it, the shoot, his comments and his techniques. And he's much younger than me, but I've learned from this man, you know, things that he's picked up that I try and say, oh, crap, that is easier, or I do like that, you know, lighting or whatever he was using. And for someone to say, you know, I'm not going to watch your YouTube channel anymore because you switched cameras, like, I'm dumbfounded. I'm absolutely dumbfounded about how stupid people can be. Anyway, okay, so this was, you know, an all over the place rant, and I apologize. No, I don't. I'm going to always rant. But I don't care what camera you use and what system you're using. Any way that's comfortable for you to shoot, you shoot that way. You know, if your screen isn't great in bright sunlight, you can put it up if you're, you know, a waist level shooter. And if you want to shoot like this all day, shoot like this all day. Who cares? You know, for me, I grew up shooting like this. You know, looking down at the camera and shooting. It's natural for me. So you're going to tell me that I'm not professional when this is the way I grew up since 1979? I've been shooting like this. And you come along and you tell me I'm not professional because I shoot that way, yet you're bitching about it not having an articulating or tilting screen? Shut the hell up. It doesn't make any sense. You guys need to watch your own videos and go back a little bit. Anyway, have a great day. Shoot the way you want to. Don't listen to anybody. I don't care what camera you're shooting, what system you're shooting. Shoot the way you want to and enjoy it. Just so you get great images. Who cares how you got that image? Thanks. Have a great day.